International research firm Gartner predicts that touchscreen smartphones are going to be the biggest selling mobile devices in 2010. They said the market's going to explode. So if you're getting a smartphone soon, you're probably thinking about one of these devices, and we've decided to single out two of the most popular, and we'll shoot them out for you.
Now, there are a million criteria we could judge these phones on, but we've picked only three: email, web browsing, and applications.
That's right. Obviously, they need to be phones as well, but we can assure you that both of them do that. So we've chose to shoot out between the Apple iPhone 3GS and BlackBerry's new Storm 2. So Jade, off to round one.
Here we go.
I really like the built-in email application on the iPhone, and it's a good thing too because you're pretty much stuck with it. Apple doesn't let you use any other email applications on the iPhone, unlike the BlackBerry, which Jade is going to show you. You can install other email applications on. Composing mail is really good as well. It supports a number of fields, too. So there's your CC and your blind CC, subject, all the rest of it, and then you can type your email.
While most users are happy to use the built-in email on the BlackBerry, I'm a Gmail user, and simply by downloading the Gmail app, you're able to get it. All you have to do is click on the shortcuts on your menu bar, up pops your Gmail. The only problem I have is the area they give you to write back is a little bit small, but the keypad's great. It's got haptic feedback, so you're able to feel a small vibration every time you click on a button.
Since they've moved to the landscape keyboard, which came with iPhone 3.0, I find that I can type pretty quickly when I'm sending emails to people, so that's great. Pretty much any attachment you throw at it, you'll be able to view, but once again, you're stuck with whatever Apple lets you do in terms of attachments on mail. To put it simply, browsing on the iPhone is without a doubt better than any other phone I've tried. Of course, you have to use Safari. We talk about the Apple walled garden, and you can't download any other browsers on the device, although that might change, but we won't get into that.
The BlackBerry browser is not fantastic, but on the upside, you can get access to other browsers. What's great is that you can switch from the page view to column view, and that could make reading a little bit easier. You're also able to go from the portrait view to landscape just that quickly.
You can also open up multiple tabs, for example. So you could have 5, 6, 7 website tabs going, and then by hitting this little icon in the corner here, you can switch between your websites and see little pictures of what each of them look like, which is also quite handy.
Unlike the iPhone though, you aren't able to open up different tabs. It's almost one website at a time kind of viewing.
It supports landscape mode, so if I turn the phone on its side, it'll switch to that orientation. And that's also great for when you have to enter text into a website because you can use the landscape keyboard.
Like the iPhone though, there's no flash available. So if you have videos or anything like that on the website, you won't be able to play them.
I would say Safari on the iPhone is probably one of the best things about the device. It would get full marks for browsing in my books. Apple was the first mobile phone manufacturer to have an app store, and I'd argue that they still do it the best. Other manufacturers like Nokia and BlackBerry have come close with their application stores, but one thing they can't beat Apple on is just variety. It's had a lead in the market for quite a while, it's got a lot of developers on its side, and its app store is just flooded with applications. Not all useful, but a lot of them are.
BlackBerry's applications have got a lot better with the introduction of App World, which is like an application store for BlackBerry users. All you have to do is click on it and you're able to see featured items. Now, all the applications in the store are free at the moment. You can't get any paid applications.
The iPhone App Store interface is really slick. So it's got a few views. There's featured content. This is usually the latest applications that come out every week. There's categories, so you could go into games, for example, or social networking. Top 25 will show the top 25 most popular paid for and free applications, and then you can search.
If you're looking for a specific application, you can either search the name of that application, or you could look in specific categories. Would it be under education, finance, games maybe? Once you're in there, you just click on it. There's subcategories within categories, making your search a little bit more refined, and it's really easy to use.
Now, having used the App Store for a while, I must admit that there are a lot of applications I've downloaded that have been useless, even if they were fun. But there's some that I've just come to rely upon, and this is why the App Store is such a powerful mechanism for Apple. So, Apple App Store, hands down, best in the industry. So as you can see, the iPhone seems to be winning in most departments, but there are some things that make the BlackBerry a very good option. Now, since we reviewed the Storm 2 in FinWeek, we've gotten a lot of complaints from readers who own the device, and they say they're having problems with it, drop calls, freezing, that sort of thing. And our advice to you, and this comes from BlackBerry, is go to either MTN or Vodacom, whoever your network provider is, and tell them you want to upgrade the software on your device. We've done that to this Storm 2, and it's been pretty stable since then. Hey, Jade?
Yeah, really the only problem I have with it, and it's got nothing to do with the phone, is just the keys. You know, my finger's slipping all over the place and clicking the wrong button, but the software seems to be fine.
I haven't had a problem with it, and maybe it's because I'm used to a touchscreen device.
Yeah.
I've been using the iPhone for a while. Look, when it comes to total cost of ownership, it's difficult to beat the BlackBerry because the BlackBerry portion of your contract is about 60 Rand a month, depending on who you're with. And for that, you get unlimited access to the web and things like Twitter and Facebook. So when it comes to the cost of owning the devices, it's very difficult to beat the BlackBerry. For everything else, however, I'm still going with the iPhone for now.
Yep, and it seems like we have two. The iPhone wins, and that's it from us.
I'm Simon Dingle for Fin24.com.
And I'm Jade Menzies.